So today's lesson is all about giving change. Now, you'll get change when you go to the shop and pay by cash. A lot of times these days we don't get change because we pay by card, especially in lockdown. A lot of shops don't accept change at the moment in cash, so you won't see much change going around. However, when you do go to a shop and pay by money, you'll be getting change, and it's important that you know around about how much change you should be getting back, because you never know when the shopkeeper's made a mistake or when someone has what we call shortchanged you by not giving you enough change back. So it's important that we know that we get used to calculating change so we know how much we should be getting back as well. Right, so I'm going to teach you two methods of finding change, and then we're going to talk about bar models as well. So I'm going to show you how to use the number line to find some change. The text up here says, I went to the shop and I spent £2.80. I paid with a £5 note. How much change should I get? So if I spent £2.80 and I paid with a £5 note, if I didn't get any change back, that means all of a sudden I spent a lot more money on those items than I should have done. So I should definitely be getting some change back, and I'm going to show you how to use the number line to work out exactly how much change I should get back. I could estimate about by using my rounding skills to find out about how much change I should be getting back, but it won't be very accurate. I could turn round the £2.80 up to £3 and then do £5 take away £3 should be £2, so I should be getting close to £2 change. But when I go to a shop, I don't want close to the amount of change, I want my exact change because that money belongs to me. So let's have a look at a way to solve that. So when I'm using a number line to find that amount, I'm going to put the amount I paid with, the higher amount, at the right-hand side over here, because that's how much we want to end up with overall. So we're going to end up with that at that side. Now on the left-hand side of the number line over here, I'm going to put how much the items cost, how much I was charged. So that is £2.80. Now there is a blank space between that £2.80 and that £5. Now that blank space, that difference between those two, is my change, and I've got to work out how to do it, how to find out the exact amount. So I'm going to get a pen. What I want to do is I want to find out how much it will take to go from £2.80 to get to £5, but doing that in one big jump will be unmanageable. So I'm going to break it up and do it in a couple of smaller jumps. Let's erase that line. There. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get to the next safe number. Now the next safe number is the next whole pounds. I know once I'm on whole pounds, I will then find it easy to get to £5. So from £2.80, I'm using my number bonds to 10, because my number bonds to 10 are pretty much the same as number bonds to 100 when we're talking about multiples of 10. So I know 8 plus 2 would get me 10. So I know 80 plus 20 would get me to 100. And that's good because there are 100 pennies in a whole pound. So I know if I add 20 pence onto here, I'm going to end up at £3 here. That hasn't found my change yet, it's found part of my change, it's found 20p here, but it has meant that I'm on this safe number £3 here. And now I know to get from £3 to £5, I know that's 2, So I can do one large jump over there where I add £2. So now I've got 2 jumps here. One jump to get me to that safe whole pound, and then another jump to get me to the £5 here. Now I need to do £2 plus the 20 pence. Let's write that down. So I do £2 plus the 20 pence, which gives me £2.20. So the change I would get would be £2.20. Let me just show you that in a different colour. So this change here is this jump plus this jump to find my whole change given. So the shopkeeper should have given me £2.20, and if they didn't, I need to go and tell the shopkeeper that he has short-changed me. Maybe he gave me too much change, I should still tell him really. Right, so we can use the number line in a different way to find our change as well. We can use the powers of subtraction to find out. So I'm just going to erase those lines and give us a new number line to work with. So that we call counting on a number line, and this is subtraction using a number line. So exactly the same, I've got my £5 at this side, and I've got my £2.80. No, I'm going to delete that. Don't want my £2.80 there. And I've got a blank number on this side. So if I'm going to subtract, I want the biggest number over here. And now I'm going to take away £2.80. And the number I land on should be the amount of change that I'm given. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the pounds, because £5 take away £2 is an easy jump to do. So 5 take away £2 would get me to £3. Right, now there's 2 different things I could do here. I know I need to take away the 80 pence. If I'm comfortable in my knowledge of this £3 and knowing that it's 300p, I could just take away the 80 pence, which would get me the amount of change left. If I'm not yet comfortable with that, what I could do is I could exchange this £3, I could change it into 300p. Because now I'm going to be taking away 80p. Taking 80p away from 300p is maybe a little bit easier than taking 80p away from £3. So now I can take away 80p. Again, I'm going to use my number bonds to 100. I know that 80 plus 20 would give me 100. So I know if I do 300 take away 80, it would get me to 220. Again, if you're not comfortable with that, do individual jumps of 10 taken away until you've taken away 8 jumps of 10. I'm going to take away a jump of 50 first, because I know I'm very comfortable with 100 take away 50. So 300 take away 50 would get me to 250. Now I'm going to take away the 30 because I've partitioned this 80 into 50 and 30. Taken away the 50, and I'm going to take away the 30 as well now. So 250, take away 30, would get me 220. Now just remember at the end, that's 220p. If I wanted it back into pounds, I'd have to convert the 200 pennies into £2, and I'd have £2.20 there. So that's 2 methods on a number line, counting forwards and subtracting. If children were in my class during a maths lesson, I would be insisting on them doing both methods for every question. It's vitally important to get fluent with with both of those methods, and having a range of strategies that you can use as well. So let's have a look at another method. This method is going to be using